The holidays are here, and of course that can include travel, decadent meals, and beautiful decorations.
Can be easy to get caught up in the moment, but don't forget to consider your pets in these situations. I talked with a local veterinarian about some things to keep in mind about pet safety and their surroundings during the holidays. I am here with Willow and Dr. Christine Swanson at Blue Pearl. Thanks for having us today.
Thank you for coming.
Well, so many activities around the holidays, and food, of course, can be a big concern for the animals. We've all heard that chocolate is bad, but what else do we need to pay attention to?
Around the holidays, we really want to be careful with some of the fatty foods that we have. So the skin off of the turkey or the drippings off of the ham, the gravy that can be so rich for our stomach, it's really rich for them too. And it can be very upsetting to their stomachs.
Yeah. Also, I mean, there's a lot of things on tables, you know, snacks, crackers, candy, things like that. It's not typical that you would have that stuff out in the house, but through the holidays you see a lot of extra.
A lot of extra, and so that can be a problem from whatever's in the little candy bowl to the bowl itself if they knock it off and now there's glass, to the candles that are right next to them, and then you want to be sure that they're not getting into the candles and accidentally harming themselves. So all of those things, just be mindful the way you would of a little person walking around. These guys can get into mischief.
Right. Also, that lends itself to decorations. I mean, you know, Christmas ornaments, things like that. That's fragile glass.
It is. It can be fragile glass. They can get knocked down, and so they could get a cut on their paw if they try to eat it. Things like tinsel, even. We don't always decorate with tinsel anymore, but that can be shiny, especially for kitties. They want to play with it, but if they ingest it, then that can be a problem in their stomach as well.
Garland, and also some of the plants that are in the house at that time.
Yep, some of the new plants, some of the lilies that we talk about more as we get into Easter time, but that we'll see. The poinsettia, not so much, but it can just be irritating to their stomach. And then the lights themselves. So keeping an eye on your pets to make sure, are they getting into the lights? Are they trying to chew on the lights?
Yeah.
Are they going to pull the tree down and cause damage that way? So just being mindful of that and keeping an eye on their behavior. And Willow here is usually more mischievous at home, and so being sure that I know her behaviors. Maybe I don't leave her alone with the tree during this time of year.
And what about traveling, too, for your pet? You have to make sure that you have everything with you.
You do. So the same way that you pack up a bag for yourself and you think of the different things that you might need from Band-Aids or medical supplies, the same thing, the medications that they would usually be taking, the foods they would usually have, potentially the treats that are more normal to them so that they're not getting the extra rich foods. And then medical records, having a history of what medications they're on and a list of the medications that they're getting now can be really helpful.
Yeah.
And then planning out, okay, well, what emergency facilities are going to be present on your way to wherever your destination is, so that way if unforeseen experience happens, okay, well, where are we going to reach for veterinary care?
That is a great piece of advice. You have to think about what you might do if something does go wrong and you're not at your house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying to be prepared.
Dr. Christine Swanson, thank you so much for joining us. Great ideas and great tips to keep in mind.
Thank you very much.
And for more information on how to care for your pet through the holidays, you can go to bluepearlvet.com. We do have a link inside this story at woodtv.com.